hi, hello everybody. Welcome. Obviously on a recreational channel like this, I try to keep everything really light and fun and entertaining, but it would be really disingenuous of me to not talk about what's happening in the world right now. Black people have been persecuted for hundreds of years. The Black Lives Matter movement is the boiling over point of something that has been brewing for a very, very long time. As a white person with a public platform, it is my responsibility as much as anybody to share necessary information. There are things that we can do as white people to use our privilege to help to support this movement. If you have the means, there are many places that you can donate to help. Below in the description, I'm going to link a few BLM causes, whether it's bail funds for protesters or what have you. Those will be down in the description. If you don't have the monetary means to support, you can show up for your friends and loved ones in a lot of different ways. The most obvious is you can show up to protests. And when you're there, listen to Black leadership. Listen to Black leadership in your community. Be there to protect your Black loved ones and Black strangers and the people who are there to ignite change in your community. If you're not prepared to be on the front lines of a protest, show your support online. There's lots of very important information circling online. You sharing that important information helps other people to access that. Speak up when your friends and family say racist stuff. That is like the ground level basic thing that we can all do to help. Speak up. Because your silence means that you choose the side of the oppressor. I'm also going to link below some Black YouTubers who do exactly the same kind of videos I do here so that you can support them and their content as well. Now, as for my own content, again, I do try to keep everything very lighthearted. If anything, I hope that my videos can be a little bit of an escape for somebody who might be living in a pretty dark time right now. I just hope that I can provide a little bit of entertainment and maybe help bring a smile to somebody who might be struggling. So for me, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways because it's so important. Black lives matter. Yesterday, today, and always. Okay, let's get to the van tour. Hey, hi, hello everybody, welcome. Today I'm going to be filming the long-awaited van tour. I'm going to give this style of filming a try. Let me know in the comments below if this makes you want to throw up. Here's my kitty. Hi, Mona. She's a good little van cat. Now keep in mind, the van is not set up for traveling right now. It's been in storage all winter, so I've got it cleaned up a little bit, but I'm gonna maybe do another van tour when I'm packed to actually travel and go somewhere. Okay, so I guess I'll start in the front here. Ignore my gross garbage can. I've got my seats in the front and my lovely funky privacy curtain. Just gonna close that right away. So, up at the front of the van, I have the loft bed. Now you might notice at the far side over there, it is plain fiberglass. That's because there was a really disgusting carpet on there when I bought the van, and I took it off intending to make a backboard, but I haven't made it yet, but I'm going to, and I'm gonna make it match the seats. It's gonna be super cute. Just wait till you see the seats in the back. So down on the side here I have a couple of shelves. This light is not plugged in. Behind here I have one of the most important things, fire extinguisher. You know, there's a saying that old vans never die, they just burn down. My water bottle, very important. Yes, my phone charging, excellent. So if we swing over this way, hello, that's me. We have my little toiletries cupboard, little spot for toothbrushes. God, I should have maybe cleaned up a little more before I did this video. Now moving over this way, we have my stove with my all-important cinnamon candle. This fan actually has an oven as well, which is pretty sweet. Shout out to Mick the wizard. Up above here is where I keep pots and pans, and I'm gonna just switch to the other side of the van quickly. This is my get ready in the morning mirror, and oh, would you look at that? Another fire extinguisher. Old vans never die. And I do just have some random stuff here. This is meant to go in the bottoms of my cupboards to keep everything safe and from moving around. Some dog bags. Stick. Got a little paper holder up here. Right now it just has some random stuff, including this cat toy for some reason. Receipts, some word cross, some laminating paper. These usually will have towels on them. Keep hand towels and face cloths up there. It's really nice to have them out of the way. And these hooks are really nice as well. Now moving over this way, this is usually where I keep all of my dry food, as well as my cups and plates and that sort of thing. Cutlery. Now you can tell it's not fully stocked up right now. I do have more cups and plates that go in here. I like to entertain when I'm in the van, so I have to have more cups and plates than what I have right now. And spices. I have the spices in my house right now. Close that up. Now this van used to come with a table in the center, but the owners before me put in this new floor and they covered the hole for the table. So we don't have that anymore, but I do have the table under the seat. So what I generally use is this like nice big counter space that I have here. It's really nice to sit at the couches and eat at this counter, but I also have a TV table strapped up back here, so I can unfold that if I need to. So that brings me to my couches that I have on the edges here. I made these seat cushion covers. In my next video, I filmed sort of like a chill and chat style, but instead of drinking tea, I am sewing these cushion covers and failing really badly at it. So make sure to check that out when it comes out in a couple weeks. So then the cool thing about these seats is underneath there is a ton of storage. So on this side I have sort of some emergency things. I have some extra pots and pans. I have some oil back there somewhere. It's in there, promise. I have some extra shoes and an extra sleeping bag. And then the front portion is just the wheel well underneath. And on this side, I have some recreational things underneath. I have a couple of Hanging Hugs hammocks. I'm gonna link him down below in the description as well because these hammocks are freaking bougie. And down there you can actually see I have my jumper cables and stuff. Now under that seat there is wiring for a second battery to use like with an isolator. I don't have that battery hooked up. I don't really know if those hookups work, and electricity is something I try not to mess with. The owners before me put in these dope speakers. And then up here is usually where I keep my cables and also folded clothing. So back here I would leave clothing. Usually my partner would get one side and I get the other. Right now I have a blanket on this side. And oh, look at that. That's my partner's clothes. Mine would be folded much neater. We left these awesome little wooden figures from the last owners. Oh, this is ugly right now. Anyways, I wrapped this cord around here just to keep this wire up out of the way. Back here, this is maybe my favorite part. This is my little closet. Now everything that I have in here right now is pretty much just specifically festival wear, these big sweaters and things. Now if I was, again, set up for traveling, I would take this stuff out of here and put my actual wardrobe in here. But I've got this little shoe thing I usually use just for t-shirts and stuff. These are usually used for socks, underwear, t-shirts. So I forgot to mention I have a sink over here. The pump is currently broken, but I don't mind carrying my water in. But it does drain, and it drains into this bucket in the back here. So that's my gray water. So I do have to empty my gray water by hand. I don't have a holding tank, but again, I don't really mind. It's not a huge commitment or a huge issue. You can just pick the bottle up by the handle and take it outside. I have this little washer thing in here. I've never tested this to see if it works yet, but I have it stored in here right now. It's literally a little tiny laundry machine. It plugs in. So then I have, you can see it's all secured really strong here. I have my broom and dustpan, my TV table, and these 3 pieces of wood. Now what these do is, these couches in the back, it has this ledge on either side here. So what I'll do is set up those pieces of wood one by one, and then these cushions spread out over this whole thing and it becomes another bed. So I basically have a guest room in my van, which is pretty dope. And then also back here, I have this really big outdoor style mat, and I mean like really big. I usually roll this out outside of my side doors, my main entrance. I'll roll it out outside of there so that we can have somewhere to leave our shoes or to just hang out. This little thing came with the van. I will sometimes use it over here to step up into the bed. By the way, in order to get up into the bed, you need to step onto the counter and then up into the bed, which I for some reason find really charming. I don't know, I like the idea of a double use of a thing, like this is a counter but also a step. I don't know. On top of that, I have my laundry basket and a random little bucket. This laundry basket I like because I can just wash my clothes directly in here. And then over here, wow, again, I should have prepared better for this so that this wasn't so messy, but it's real. So this is just my partner's pack. He likes to store that in here as well. I always keep a couple of fold-out chairs on me because again, we like entertaining. And then the crowning glory of the whole van is my potty. If you ever want to drive around with your poops, this is the vehicle to do it in. And there's my cat. The most important part. She's going to demonstrate now how to use this potty. Just kidding, that's disgusting. Maybe she will though. So another couple things that we did was right here I had again some really gross carpet and I changed it out for this fabric that matches the curtains, which we also made. I have lots of really big windows in here. This one opens right up, and then of course windows on the sides open. I added this super bright light which can come off the wall. Follow me around. This thing is great. Back up to the front here, I have my fridge. It has this lock. It's got this little freezer at the top, the door things. It actually fits quite a bit of food in there. It's quite deep. And this fridge can run off of either electricity or propane. I believe this over here is a heater, although I've never used it. And there's even more storage down here. I just have some cleaning supplies. That is the tank for the sink, so that's what I would fill up with water if the pump worked. Some more storage. I've got a kettle and a cooler under there, some cutting boards. These babies over here. This is usually where I keep my hot plate, but I have propane working now, so maybe I don't need the hot plate anymore. This is the very relatable, ever fabled junk drawer. Got just like tons of stuff in there. And then the bottom here, I just have some more car things and bags. Now coming back out towards the entrance, this van has so much storage, it's almost unbelievable. I don't even know what to put in here sometimes. So right now, again, not really set up to travel, but I do have some towels and some instant coffee back there, only the necessities. A little broom and some tape in there right now. And this is, again, a couple more really useful and necessary things. I have a tarp, a really long length of rope back there, extra belt that goes in the engine. So like I said, I do want to film another one of these once I have the van packed up for some lengthy travel. Right now we are just coming to the end of our lockdown here. I'm sure restrictions are going to tighten up again for a second wave, but right now it looks like we might have some clear sailing on the horizon to actually take this thing out for a spin. I also want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, my friend Taylor, for sponsoring my entire outfit. These are her super cool overalls. So I hope you enjoyed this first little look at the interior of my van. Can't wait to share more with you guys, including a bedroom tour inside of my house very soon. If you like this video or you want to see more videos on the topics of van living and tiny living, minimalism, outdoors, lifestyle, that sort of thing, consider subscribing to my channel and hit the little bell so that you get notified next time I post a video. And if you don't want to, that is Your choice, but it's very helpful if you do. And maybe give this video a quick thumbs up as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's so great to have you here as always. I'll catch you next time.